What's up, guys? CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. We have got some stuff in the news today, guys. Specifically, we have the new Team of the Week. I think I mentioned it previously. I am not a fan of the way they're doing Team of the Week in this year's version of the game. I think that the low power options for these masters is just unacceptable with the costs that it takes to make them. They should be max power. But today we are going to be talking all about my newest 3-4 defensive scheme. So I want to go ahead and talk about why I made this scheme. And then before we jump into the actual scheme, I want to give you guys some proof of the scheme actually working. So basically, I upgraded my team quite a bit between head-to-head tokens and promos, and I basically moved from a team that was better on defensive backs to having a really strong linebacker core with Cameron Wake, Khalil Mack, Jordan Hicks, and Levante David. So I wanted to put a scheme together that put those guys on the field more often, as well as kind of moved away from having like two golds on the defensive line in a 4-3 or using a lot of dime and having Ty Law on the field. So with that being said, I decided to make this 3-4 scheme. Let's go ahead and hop over to look at some proof of this scheme, getting stops, getting turnovers, and then we'll jump into the scheme and I'll show you exactly how it works. Alrighty guys, so when I'm thinking of a defensive scheme, I really wanted to do a couple of things. The first thing I want to do, because the smart thing to do in this game is to be run heavy, because it's just safer, it's smarter, less opportunity to do something boneheaded, but I want a scheme that is going to make the run arduous. I want them to have to run the ball a lot. I don't want to give up big play runs, because the more times they run the ball, the higher the chance of a fumble coming up. I also don't want to get gashed by big plays. If you just wanted to stop the run, you could put punt block in there like every time and it'd be really easy to stop the run. Problem is, they call any pass on you, they're going to take it to the house. So I also want to have a scheme that is viable for getting interceptions and not giving up big play passes. So that's what I'm looking to do as far as goals. So here is basically the last couple of matches. The scheme has been in place for all of these matches in its entirety. And I want to go ahead and look at basically the top 3 highest ranked leagues that went against us. And we'll look at basically how they fared, starting with number 562. And when we look here at number 562, you'll see that I did put up 30 points, and we will see that that means that there was, in fact, a 6 point. So this guy, Jay Lincoln, 23. Let's take a look at what his team looks like here. It was basically an even match there. You can see he did not do very well in this particular match. But right there, the first one coming down because we did get a fumble on the very first play, which was returned for a touchdown. And as I said, we're looking to not give up huge yards. He is chunking his way down the field a little bit. But as you can see, he's definitely having to work for it on this next one. I mean, that's, a second 4th down conversion before he finally puts up the 7. And then on the final drive here, you can see he's moving it along, 4th down conversion, and a second 4th down conversion is shut down. Let's go ahead and look at the next one, and then we'll go ahead and break down what's actually in the scheme. Alrighty, guys, the next piece of proof that we're going to look at is this match against number 226. Here, and you can see that in this particular game, I did take a field goal for myself, but you will see here that the defense did exactly what it was supposed to do. Right here on the first drive, a fumble that we end up recovering there. And then right here, he does give up a big, halfback blast run for 15 yards. But you can see there, we're putting him in 3rd down situations, 3rd and 11. He's converting there. But you see, he's having to work for it. And at 4th and 11, he decided to kick a field goal rather than risk it against the scheme. And then on the third drive here, you can see, again, he's doing a great job, but we pop out there and get an interception on that. And we'll take a look at what team this looks like. It was this guy Dubs, so we'll see how high he is there. But basically, he's about even with my defense there as well. I've got one more piece of proof for a just outside of top 100 league, and then we will jump into the scheme. Alrighty guys, so the final piece of proof we're going to look at here is against this league right here, ranked 119 at the time. I did pretty well in this one, but the defense we are going up against is this guy 2-Bits. Remember, the goal is to make them either run the ball a lot or struggle passing. So here we go. And by the way, I just want to notice 2-Bits, this match just happened. He's an 85 overall. Absolutely sick team coming at it there. So on that note, it's not like it's not like it's just stopping a bad team. So here we go. You'll see pushing here. He's coming out, playing smart. Lots of runs, lots of runs. I got lucky there. I had a fumble. He got lucky in that he recovered that fumble. But on that 4th and 2, because of the struggle he'd been having running, he went for levels wise sail, got it to Kamara, but it was short for a stop there. The second drive here, you see, he's coming out once again. Small chunks of yards running the ball. Then he does get a big gain on levels wise sail. And then right there again with Texas moving it. But you can see not huge runs there. And again, he does do a good job. Inside switch, he was able to successfully pull off twice here. He does score on this one as well. But you can see he's having to work for it. And that's what you want your scheme to do, guys, is you want them to work for it, because the longer they're playing, it's going to give an opportunity for them to get frustrated and throw an interception. So anyways, there's the proof. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual scheme. Alrighty guys, so without further ado, here is the scheme. I'm going to go through it really quick. For 2-point conversion, I have flat 4 and punt block. Punt block is great for stopping all of the runs. Unfortunately, any pass is going to be an interception. So this is kind of just a gamble play where I basically put a high coverage play in and a pure run stop play in there. And basically if they come out running and they hit punt block, they're in trouble. If they come out, they hit flat 4 and they get it with the run, maybe on the next drive they run into punt block, they get the stop there. That's the thought process. On first down, guys, again, what I want to do is I'm anticipating the run, so I have a good combination of run blitzes as well as coverage. So I've got on the blitz side, Will Sam 3, Mike Scrape 3 press, and then just normal coverage in the form of cover 3 sky, cover 6 press, and cover 3. And you'll see all of those plays are coming out of the 3-4 scheme. Moving on to second and short. Again, a lot of 3-4. I will deviate a little bit, but in this particular second and short situation, you are going to see it is all 3-4 in the form of cover 1 thief, cover 3 sink, will fire 3 seam, Sam Buck, will Sam 3. I am not a fan of man coverage against the pass, but if I pepper it into the scheme, it is good against the run. So in this case, I do like to put a little bit of man, but you'll see that it is still going to be a zone heavy scheme. Moving on to second and medium, you'll see here it is all it's all zone plays, no man coverage on second and medium here. And you'll see that I do deviate a little bit and I put a couple of nickel plays in there. If you saw my team, I have a solid nickel setup as well. So I've got nickel blitz 2 and corner blitz 3 in there from nickel. And then out of 3-4, cover 4 drop zone, cover 3 and Will Sam 3. For second and long here, again, out of 3-4, you're going to have bigger guys on the field, guys. So against the run, you're just going to have a naturally better fit, usually with a 3-4 situation, since you're going to have 4 linebackers on the field to go after the running back. Here, I actually have the one dime play I use in the scheme in here in the form of cover 4. I then have cover 4 drop zone, nickel blitz 2 out of nickel, and then right back to the 3-4 with cover 6 press and cover 3. For third and short, guys, you're going to see again, some repeats here, but you'll see Will Sam 3. I like that play for short yardage situations. It's a 5-man blitz, but maintains decent coverage. You got cover 6 press again. Then you have strong safety scrape 3, pinch buck O, and will fire 3 seam. Third and medium. Again, this is a situation where you want to be able to basically hold them, because if you're getting a fourth and medium, that's not the easiest situation. So I've got a lot of coverage here, but a little bit of blitzing opportunity in the form of Will Fire 3 seam and Will Sam 3. The rest are just a 4-man blitz there. And it does include 1-4-3 play in the form of cover 2 press. I don't like that play to come up a lot, but what happens is if they get into the to the field and they always see cover 3, people tend to stop looking for cover 2. So putting it later in the playbook in a certain situation, a little bit of cover 2, I can be okay with. So moving on though, third and long, again, this is a situation where I want to just stop them. I want to set up fourth and long. So I've got saw 3 bluff, which is the only quarter play that I use here. Cover 3 cloud out of the 3-4, nickel blitz 2 out of nickel, and then back to 3-4 cover 3, and then flat 4 for third and long. The reason being, a lot of times people will try something like a little flat route and then go for yards after the catch. I found flat 4 works. In fact, I think it was one of the plays that got an interception, if you wanted to scroll back in the video and check. Moving on to fourth and short, guys, here it is all about getting the stop. Most of the time, people are going to run here. So I go all blitz, but not all out blitz. So some people might do like punt block or all engage 8. I do have one engage 8 in there, so there's a 20% chance of doing that. But I do have decent coverage with strong safety scrape 3, Will Sam 3, and then I do have man coverage, but it is actual coverage with Sam Buck and pinch Buck O. However, you will see they are blitz heavy because let's be honest, at 4th and short, people are probably going to run the ball most of the time. 4th and long, kind of what you see at 3rd and long, only here it is all about getting the stop. So I throw in one nasty blitz in the form of nickel blitz 2. Other than that, I play pure coverage with saw 3 bluff out of quarter, cover 4 out of dime, cover 4 drop zone, and cover 3 sink out of the 3-4. So anyways, guys, drop a like, share it with your league mates if you wanted to help them up their defense. Again, don't necessarily copy the scheme in its entirety. Copy the concept. Understand what I'm trying to do and start to make your game plan unique. You don't want everybody to be exactly the same because then a smart, good league can figure that out. But if you put something together that's based on your personnel, using kind of the concepts that I talk about here of like not making it obvious when you have cover 2, trying to have, a mostly zone heavy, but throwing in a little bit of man. Don't go all man. Don't go all zone. I'd rather you go all zone than all man, but don't go all man. But mix those things up. Mix up blitz and coverage and do it based on your personnel. But I love you guys. I will see you soon. CHF out.